The Gentlementor.
Well, you were mentioning something about a topic or something. The other day I posted those things about the 6 lies I believed. We could always grab one of those. One of those has been very interesting to me. So, but we could do
I
whatever.
don't
I
know if
just
I
thought
saw that. I'm not sure if I saw that.
I posted the 6 lies that I bought over my lifetime.
I liked
Anyway,
your one you did. Was it today or yesterday with the picture of you with like
oh yeah,
a wise saying? I'm like,
that,
that's quite a picture. I don't know what he
that
had
have you
some
seen
kind
that
of.
app? Have you seen people? Yeah, I don't know if you've seen people post that. There's an app that you can get. It's called Viola. Remember when the old app was really popular, and you take a picture of yourself and it would make you age like 30 years or something like
I
that.
remember
And
people
everybody
doing
was
that.
posting though.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
now they have this, it's called Viola, and people are posting it, and it does what everybody's been posting are like their Disney pictures. It makes you like a Disney character
Oh, okay.
at what you
No,
would
I
look like.
hadn't seen it, but that's
But it
yeah, that's
also
what you look like. I'm like,
it
oh.
has other ones too. It has it like a 3D caricature, which mine I look like I was like 90 years old. And then the other one is the old Renaissance look. So you get an old Renaissance look, and then it does, the app just does that, and you have to wait through the ad, of course, but unless you purchase, which I'm not purchasing it.
Of course.
But anyway, that's what it did. And I was sitting right here in this chair behind me, and I just kind of turned to the side at my gray wall, and it hit that off, and I was like, "Oh, that looks pretty good."
That's
If
an
I had
amazing picture. Yeah.
if I had a robe on, I'd be like, "This is
Yeah, one of
Jesus."
the
But Jesus,
apostles.
yeah.
You should put that. Yeah, Photoshop that into the Last Supper or something.
Ooh,
Sneak it in,
ooh.
and
I
then print
should
it
do-
off and put it on your wall. See if anybody notices.
Anybody notices? Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
Or do like different poses and put like every face but Jesus is you, and you're all the apostles.
I should get the old Da Vinci photo and take all the angles and just
Yeah.
post that one. Hilarious. Except for Mark, of course. John Mark. Anyway, that would be so funny. I got to do that. That's going to take some time.
Oh, good. I'm so glad I could think of
But
something
I think
for you to do to keep you.
I think for the sake of artistry, it has to be go with it. I like it. Yeah, it was a pretty cool photo, and I was trying to think of something wise to put on it. I thought, what are some of my quotes put on? And it's like, nah, I'm just gonna make it dumb. So
It was
fun.
great. I liked it. I enjoyed it a lot.
Well, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
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 Mm-hmm. You would not treat your boy like that. Mm-hmm. All right. So what's been happening? What's been up? Oh no. Is it one of them Romeo and Juliets?
The very same.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh. Wow.
But you'd like to know how I did that.
I don't know how you did that, but
That's a special
really...
limited edition Rick and Morty Romeo y Julieta.
That is absolutely amazing. I like that. It's fantastic.
These were recommended to me by my good friend Ron White.
Ron White.
Yeah, Ron Tater Salad White.
Tater Salad White.
This is what he smokes when he's playing the golfs.
The little ones like those?
Yep. He likes them easy to get rid of and whatever. I'm like, I don't know, dude. I mean, they're good and everything, but it's $15 a box if you're just like
for how many?
For I don't know what's in here.
12?
20.
Oh, 20?
Yeah, that's you go through I guess you go through a thing of those in a round of golf pretty much.
You can't. I don't know. You can't. You shouldn't smoke those like you do cigarettes anyway. That's not what.
No.
That's a habit thing. This is a slow down and relax and enjoy it. Hey, which Thursday night, I'm just throwing it out there. Thursday night I got a couple guys coming over. We're gonna drink some bourbon, smoke some tobacco, and a tri-tip.
That sounds like a fine evening of gentlemanly entertainment. Unfortunately, yes. I have another event scheduled for Thursday.
Okay. All right. I apologize. I know your schedule is busy. I know you're all over the place.
Normally it would not be, but I got to.
I understand.
I got to join a very exclusive club yesterday. So,
do tell.
Well.
Is it one you can talk about? Is it that exclusive that you can't even you can't even talk
you're
about
in it? You're in it.
Oh, okay. All right, great.
My dad died yesterday.
No.
Yeah. Dude,
why didn't you text me?
So I knew how close you guys were, and I just didn't know if I would be ready to help you out emotionally at that point. So I thought, I'm gonna let you off the hook for the first 24 hours.
No. In all
I'll wait until we're
seriousness,
face to face, and I'll break it to you. And
no, I would have
dude,
if
it
you
was
had
so.
waited that long.
It's been the weirdest 24 hours. It's just been. I'm doing what I do, which is like this is why we build discipline into our lives. So when everything goes crazy, I can just go. Sticking with the discipline, I'll be over here with the list, checking things off like I do every other day.
And that's
Not,
okay.
I've been. It's been everything's been cool. It's just been. It was just the whole thing's been weird. There wasn't much preempt of anything to it, which was what I've always expected is how it would really end. Because
Right.
we've had
So
so many of these kind of slow rolls of, oh, this is it, this is it, this is it. And I was actually with Andy and I were going to pick Jackie up from work yesterday afternoon. And my phone rang and it was a number I didn't recognize. And there was a woman's voice on the other end. I'm like, who is this? Hello? It took a while. I'm just trying to get a hold of you, Doug, to let you know I think your dad's not going to last much longer.
Mm.
And I'm like, who is this? She said, this is Anita. It's the woman who lives next door to him that helps them when they need help. And she said Betty had called her. And she came down to help Betty because Dad had gone in and fell down on the bed or had laid down on the bed or whatever. And she couldn't rouse him. And she came down and they were waiting on the ambulance, had already called the ambulance and were calling him. And all of a sudden she stopped talking and said, what? And it got quiet. And she goes back. She goes, no, he's already gone.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was it. He died while they were calling me to tell me that they didn't think he was going to make it. So,
wow.
I'd talked to him a few days before. He had been having trouble with the fluid buildup because he has congestive heart failure and has had for years. And I talked to him, and he had a real kind of rattly, chesty cough, wet sounding cough. And I told Jackie when I got off the phone, I'm like, that's not good. Everything else is concerning. That's the most concerning thing. And I told her, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. I told him I'm going to talk to him again, but I don't know if I'm going to. And I didn't. So, yeah.
Well, man, I'm so sorry. I know you were expecting it, but
yeah.
I knew it was coming, and you'd been talking about his condition for quite some time. But
ain't we all been talking about having the race of the dad's race of exit? And so yeah. I'm just the next one to hit the entry sheet and go, yeah, I'm out too. So,
man,
yeah,
that stinks.
It does, but it's one of the few times in my life I can look at it and go, oh, he's far better off than he was. Man, he's been miserable for a long time. And the last couple of times I've talked to him, I talked to his wife last night and this morning, of course, and she's like, yeah, he's been praying to go. I'm like, I ain't surprised. And, I wasn't.
Did you ever tell him?
Last time I talked to him. Did I ever tell him what?
That you can go. We're done. You're done. Go.
Oh, I've told him for years. I said because he always is. He said since his first heart, I'm living on borrowed time. I'm like, Dad, we're all living on borrowed time, baby. That's the name of the game. It's what you can do with it.
Yep.
It's you don't know. Nobody's promised tomorrow. There ain't no guarantee. Well, the Bible says it. He always had some favorite Bible verses he'd quote. Yeah, I'm like, I told him, I'd probably not flat out you can go, but I'm like, you ain't got nothing to prove.
Yeah.
When you're done, he's a fighter at heart. He's a guy that through everything he went through, and I know a lot of it, and a lot of it I don't. He had just a powerfully strong heart, an incredible will to live when I consider all the adversity that he faced.
Yeah.
And so, as I told Andy yesterday, I'm like, you know what? It's like, besides the thing of it's better for him this way and he's not uncomfortable, we had a terrible relationship most of my life. And for the last 8 years, I've put all of my energy toward trying to repair that.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel completely satisfied with that.
Good.
Our relationship was good. His relationship with God was good. His relationship with his wife was good. There's no icky part to this.
Right. Yeah.
the way it finally broke off in the end was a little weird, but I ain't surprised. I kind of figured it would
Right.
be like that. And I told him as much. I'm like, you're the horse that keeps beating everybody out. So my money's on you until you throw it in. So
That's
I
funny.
won't be making any. I told him the last couple of times, I'm like, I'm not making any more late night trips to the hospital to follow you down because you're about to leave. Because I always wind up coming back a week later to take you home. So, and he was cool with
that's
that.
understandable, and it's
I
and
said,
that's a
it
great
hurts and it'll, has its levels of in and out,
Sure,
in and out,
sure.
and it will.
Yeah.
It's you've already done it, so you know exactly what it is. Same
right,
thing,
right.
same deal.
And we ended in the same, the same kind of situation that you felt like, it was a good place. It was a good time. We had said what we need to say to each other. We've done what we needed to do, and so there was nothing left undone, nothing left, to question. So I know that not everybody has that.
Well, I can tell
They
you,
both had long, full lives. So
my niece was home. She came home from Okinawa a couple weeks ago. She was here for a week or so with mom, and Isabel and Lily were both home. And I told the three of them, I'm like, I normally would tease you and kid you about this, but you should probably consider going up and seeing your grandpa. Because we always warn you that one of these times he's not going to be there. I'm like, we are getting serious close to that time. There's not going to be any warning.
Yeah.
And so they all laughed and yeah. And Andrea wound up leaving and I'm going to call him and all this. And she put it off. And now the three of them are bemoaning the fact that they didn't go see him and they didn't make the calls. And now you can't do it. And it's like, Yep.
Well, and Deborah and I had joked that he would outlive us. My dad would outlive us because we were just like, he's just not. But yeah. And of course, your dad had been, he'd been going through this for what?
Years.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, I just.
And my dad had been, my dad had been fine and up until Sunday, and then he was gone Friday. It's like, but
I prayed and prayed. I'm like, God, I'm gonna tell you how to run your business, man. But don't make my dad bury me too. He's already buried 2 kids.
Yeah, that stinks.
Don't keep him around for that.
Yeah,
he don't need that.
Mm-mm.
So, yeah, it's just I don't know. It is what it is, man.
All right, well. It comes and goes. I was laying in bed last night. I was just thinking,
all day, yeah.
Yeah, it's just last night even. And the other day I was sitting out on the back deck with Deborah, and she's like, "Oh, I forgot about this recording I found." She said, "I just found it on my phone." She'd recorded. His brother had come up here to visit 2 years ago, I think, and she'd recorded them talking and telling stories. And it's been 6 months already, and hearing that and hearing his voice, it's just kind of set me back. And it's like, oh man, I'd almost forgotten what his voice sounded like.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I need that recording. I'm going to keep that someplace safe on the cloud, because that's the safest.
You should
place
record it on that reel-to-reel recorder.
Oh yeah, the one that came to work.
Hey, perfect. I'll have Andy run it off on his VCR for you.
Oh yeah, yes.
We can swap dead technologies.
We see if we can get it on A-Track too. Laser disc.
But I'm like, I watch your video with the table and stuff, and I'm sitting and tearing up about that, and I'm like, oh man, all this stuff that was leading up to this. I'm like, oh man.
Well, gosh.
Yes,
so I can see where that has filled your week with new things that you probably weren't expecting to deal with.
Yeah. Little. Well, it just happened yesterday. So
right. I would say I was all that to leading up to. You said Thursday you already had a previous engagement, and so I'm assuming that's what's going on.
Yeah.
Funeral. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. I got a funeral on Thursday. I got to go get the car inspected on Friday. That's a wall-to-wall week for me.
My goodness.
This is busy.
How do you keep it all together?
I don't have any idea. I've never had to before. This is the first time I've ever been this busy, it seems like. You got to have your bereavement chicken. You ain't grieved until you're bereaved with Uncle Clucker's bereavement chicken.
Bereavement chicken.
Should be a rooster, and instead of a white suit, he should be in a black suit, like a morning suit.
Yes, like a mortician.
Yeah.
With long tails.
Uncle Cluckers. Dirty birdie. Morning chicken.
Hot Cluckers.
Chicken.
Bereavement fowl. That's funny. We should take your banjo. That might be an opportunity for you to play Rainbow Connection. I mean, it is June. Sorry, that was so
Oh,
inappropriate.
man.
I apologize.
I know. When I saw your pour video, I'm like, hang on, there's no banjo pick in there. We got to get a banjo pick on that table.
Yeah, you should just lay down some banjo tracks, and I'll just put that in every one of those videos that Deborah does.
Nice. I'm up to
Soundtrack
two songs.
Soundtrack courtesy of Banjo Doug Joe.
No way, you're Whiskey Woody. I got to be Bourbony Banjo Bourbon.
Banjo Bourbon, yeah.
Whoa. Listen to that echo. Do you got that space echo? Or is that just here? Whoa. Okay, just did it for a second. It was like, whoa.
Just you, not me. Yeah. No, I didn't have that.
My voice went around the Crab Nebula. Yeah.
The Crab Nebula.
I've been working out a thing with Jackie where she pushes me in a wheelchair while I play banjo, and we go to like different craft fairs and folk life festivals. I said there might be like a Silver Dollar City gig in it.
I think
because they have like goofy busky people that like walk around and play instruments and joke and kid with the people tromping around the park and stuff. See, that would be then I could come live with you. Then we could have the dream could happen because I'd have a job at Silver Dollar City.
Yes, you could. And
playing the banjo and making peanut brittle.
Oh, and you'd be able to keep that job for like decades too, because you're not even old enough to officially work.
I'll get you on in the summers of whittling spoons.
Yes. Oh, I'd love that.
Somebody to whittle spoons.
I've already got the beard going. They'll probably want it longer though. They probably want it a little bit longer.
So yeah, that happened.
Wow.
Yeah, okay. It's just been weird, man. I didn't know what to say. You know, just like, oh, by the way, my dad died. I'm like, I'm going to talk to you tonight. I'll just tell you when I'm talking to you. Man. It seemed too weird otherwise. It's not an out of the blue thing. Oh yeah. By the way, great video. Did I mention?
Well, you did. It was funny. I when I was in Texas a few weeks back, I met a friend of mine that we meet on the road quite often, and we sat down and had dinner. And every time we meet, the first thing he asks, "How's your dad?" And it was he said, that's the first thing he said. I was like, dude, my dad died last January. He's like, what? I am such a terrible friend. I was like, no, I didn't. I didn't send out an all APB on, hey, guess
Mark's dad not doing well. Send card or gift.
Yeah. So anyway, I mean, it is what it is. So I hate that. So anyway,
I do too.
Yeah, welcome to the club.
Sadly, it is unavoidable. I fear from all the statistics I've been able to study in the last 24 hours, it seems to be an unavoidable outcome.
Yeah.
So yeah. That's the only thing is like the spin of the wheels, like when it's going to happen. Because I know
100% of people die.
No, so much more healthier people that died so much younger than him.
Yeah.
There's no guessing the well,
no,
wouldn't want to say luck of the draw, but the Lord knows how many days we have or whatever, and and we don't. So there, ha ha ha. Yeah, but it's good for reflectiveness. But like I said, overall, I feel happy for him. I feel happy for like where our relationship's at. So I don't, I'm sure that grief and all that will slowly, there have been times throughout the day I told Jackie, it's like there's an internal, that internal tide coming in, feeling like, oh, and then it goes away. And, the tide comes in and it goes out.
Yeah.
It's a circle of life, and there's a rhythm of life, and there's a season, and turn.
There is. And turn. I was thinking of Lion King instead of that song.
I was trying to throw everything in together. Every generic kind of what do you want to call it? Cliche. Every cliche. There you go.
I'm gonna go with Taking Care of Business.
Yeah, there you go. That's my favorite Elvis. That reminds me of a story your dad told me once.
The Gentlementor.